We do know that Benzema is sticking around at PSG, Juls. There were multiple reports that were saying Zinedine Zidane would be the new coach coming in at PSG. However, his advisor has actually said there's no truth in this. Nobody's spoken to anybody so far. It's actually something you've written about as well. Can you shed some light on it?
Yeah, of course, the piece is on the website, and it's just the latest in this mini saga. I mean, it is a saga, but it doesn't have right now for sure this kind of amplification of a big saga like the Mbappe one. But certainly we know that he would be ideal as a PSG manager, and that the Emir of Qatar, who owns PSG, wants him on that bench. Luis Campos, the new sporting director, not so much, and I think that's a bit of an issue there. But certainly there's voices at the club in Paris who believe that there's still a bit of hope that can convince Zidane to come over and be the next manager and replace Mauricio Pochettino, who we know is going to leave the club. But you still have to convince him. He's got his eyes on the national team job, and he knows that as soon as Deschamps is out, the job will be his. So if that's in December after the World Cup, why would Zidane take a club now if in 6 months the job that he really, really wants is available? So there's more to go, to talk about between the club and him. But for sure they're talking. For sure he's the priority, and they're pushing. It might not be enough, and no one can tell us right now what's going to happen because no one knows, not even Zinedine himself. But there's certainly, a bit of optimism right now at the club, which I don't think is a bad thing. And in the meantime, Luis Campos is working on Christophe Galtier, which will be another option if Zidane really says no at some point.
Okay, Jules, tell us more about Paul Pogba then. It looks as though he's going back to Juventus. Yeah, which we knew again. Rafaela Pimenta, who's his agent now, who used to work with Mino, has met with Juventus a few times. There was always an interest from PSG, and I think Paul was quite keen to go back to Paris and play there. He's obviously, he was born there and grew up there, but he was very much the Leonardo option. Now that Leonardo is not in Paris anymore, Luis Campos sees things very differently in terms of midfielder to recruit, and Pogba is not in his plans. So Juventus became almost the only option now, which is fine because he's really happy to go back. They're very happy to get him on a free. Again, let's not forget that when he was very young, they also signed him from Manchester United on a free. So I think this one could be done pretty quickly. Let's not forget the documentary is out on June 17th, the Pogmentary, where he will announce the club. So it will be Juventus.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.